So that's my first impression of Twisted Metal 1. What do you think of Max Payne?
The very first impressions of Twisted Metal 1.
Coin noises. Welcome to Super Garbage Day, a retro video game review show where my co-hosts and I play a game 20 years or older that you, the listener, chooses. Every episode, we randomly pick a game submitted by the community to play, kindly dissect, and then discuss. Welcome to episode 103. I am your host, B. Ross, also known as Charlie Coleslaw on Twitch. And today with me, of course, is my co-host,
Mr. Miller.
Mr. Miller. All right. I got another surprise segment for you.
All right.
Yeah. This time it's going to be a little different. So let me at least proceed with the title of the segment. It's called Real Game or BS.
Okay.
So here's the rules of the segment. I will say the title of a video game, and you must guess if it's a real game or bullshit. The rules are that the game must be on Steam. So if this game actually does exist, but it's not on Steam, it doesn't count.
Okay.
Sound good? All right, we'll start with number 1. Cucked by my wife.
Real game.
It is real. Hey. Yes. It is real, and also, holy crap, man. Previews are...
It's so disturbing how many of those the dating sims / just straight up sex games are like
hardcore.
Just blasted to the front page of Steam these days.
No pun intended. Yes, absolutely. Hey, man, follow the money.
Just shot all over your screen.
Yeah, just you get a full facial of these things that just appear right on the top trending games, you know? Yeah.
Well, so before you continue on, I do have a fun fact about why that is.
Oh, please do.
Because the like gaming industry, especially in like Japan and stuff, is so cutthroat, and all they really want to see is titles under your belt.
Oh.
A lot of these like burgeoning developers, even like people who have decent titles under their belt, they'll crank these out because they're so easy to do and they make money, that all the corporations see is, oh, this guy produces and his titles make money.
Wow. I didn't expect to get a history lesson from via Cucked by my wife. Wow.
I had a moment where I'm like, why is this? We can't be that sad and horny. Although I think we are that
absolutely sad and horny.
but
that's some games they allow on there. Can you imagine the ones that get rejected?
Oh, I know. But yeah, that is one of the major driving factors of it. Is it's just, you just got to have something in your portfolio.
Wow, that totally makes sense. Well, I guess moving right along. Number 2, Dungeon Randomizer Simulator.
I'm gonna say real game.
Survey shows it is fake. I made that one up.
Okay.
There's no Dungeon Randomizer Simulator, even though you'd think.
Right?
Yeah. I'm not sure what the simulator part of it would be. Are you simulating creating a randomizer for dungeon games?
I mean, legitimately, there is a tabletop that is just a world building tabletop where you roll dice and draw cards and then have to like write the prompts. It's like apples to apples for building a D&D campaign.
Oh, that's cool.
That's why I was thinking, I was like, that is exactly what a dungeon randomizer simulator would be.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. Right on. Number 3, A Turd's Life.
That has to be real.
That is real. It is real. It is a game where you start as a flushed turd, and then you pretty much you just survive. It kind of reminds me a bit of those special levels on Sonic, the ones that have like you're behind him, and it's he's got like the half pipe,
Or yep. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. Or like the Earthworm Jim level where you're on the hover bike.
Yes. Yeah. Both huge inspirations for a turd's life.
And have you ever played Toast Game?
No.
You are a piece of buttered toast, and it's a platformer where you're trying to avoid getting eaten.
Wow, say less. I'm in. I'll even buy the battle pass. Let's go. Yeah. Okay. Fourth. So far you're 2 points. 2 out of 3 points. All right. Game number 4. But 2. BUTT. And then the letter 2. I'm sorry, the number 2. Letters aren't numbers. My God.
But 2.
But 2.
I'm just gonna say, I bet you it's the first in the series. I'm gonna say it's real.
It is fake.
Okay.
However, there is a game called Butt.
Okay.
So you had it backwards. Yeah, there is a game just called Butt, but there was never a sequel to Butt. So Butt 2 isn't real.
See, I thought they were pulling like a Hot Ones Part 2.
Oh yeah. Hot Shots or Hot Ones?
Hot Shots. Yeah.
I love that movie. I gotta rewatch that movie. Hell yeah. With Charlie Sheen? Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, here we go. Game number 5. Sex with Hitler.
It's another sex game. It has to be real.
Survey says yes. Sex with Hitler is real. It's actually there's sequels to it as well. So, do what you want with that information. I've already plagued my search history with it, so yeah, I'm already on whatever list exists. Probably in line to be the next president. I don't know. All right, so so far you have 4 out of 5 points, and here comes the final one. 3. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, yeah, I can't count. My brain is not working today. I'm calling numbers letters. Yeah. Okay, you have 3 out of 5. All right, 6 and final game. Froggy-Style.
I want to say it's real, but I'm going to say that one's fake.
Hey, it is fake. There is no Froggy-Style. Wow, you're good at this. Well, there we go. Final score, actually 4 out of 6. You get a passing grade, and you win the Real Game or BS segment. Congratulations. How do you feel?
Yeah. I'm going to Disneyland.
Yes, you are, with your Sex with Hitler shirt and merch.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right, what's new in the land of Super Garbage Day Incorporated? Well, we're just chugging along. Really, there's nothing to update. Same as last week. I'm still playing Sega Master System games. I'm still on Phantasy Star. And that's about it. Yeah, I'm just having a good old time. Weather's getting better. Yeah, nothing new to report, actually. What about you?
I'm fully unemployed. And that sucks. But, things are looking up. I'm at least getting some recommendations for jobs. So looking for that next movie gig.
Which will come your way. I believe in it. And I think it'll be even bigger and better and uncut. So, yeah, I was debating putting in like a really like tacky sound effect when you say, "Well, I'm fully unemployed," like so. But it would. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm doing it, but I'm leaving this part in so people don't think I'm a fucking dick. So. It'd be even funnier if I used just that sound bit of me making that sound effect with my mouth.
You should. Let's Tarantino this.
Yeah. Oh, Inception 2. Okay. Well, that's all, everybody. Let's move on to the retro question of the week. This week's question comes from Mast Keaton again. He's on a roll. And they asks, what is one of the weirdest premises that works? He also continues saying, gonna start with Katamari Damacy. The game of ball rolling and collecting shouldn't have been as addictive as it was. That game's a banger, man. That game's like zen. You just chill.
It has such a killer soundtrack too.
It's got such a aura, you know. I guess, am I using that correctly?
Or it is aura farming to the max.
Oh, dude, hell yeah! It's bass maxing for sure.
Well, or aura maxing, I think they call it now. Or aura farming.
I was going full Hank on that game when I first played it. But yeah, it's a great game. I remember the first time I played it, I was like, damn, I love this. I love the wackiness of it. It feels extremely Japanese, and also I'm just collecting things. It's getting big. It was like hitting all the right things in my head for my dopamine to be like, no, this is good. Keep going, Brad. This is good.
Well, especially when it's just like da 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 in the background. You're like, you just can't not be happy playing that.
That game was never gonna fail. It was destined. All right, moving right along. Florida's best Keith. Wow, Stuttertown. Population me. Adds Seaman. Talk to Seaman. Guide Seaman. Love Seaman. Yeah. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, it is probably the weirdest game ever released, right? Like with the
fucking
peripheral
game.
Yeah, on Dreamcast. It came with a microphone attachment that was only used for this game, and you talk to these little fish that have like Japanese faces, of like human Japanese faces, and you just raise them, and yeah, it's super weird. It's called Seaman. I also owned that game back in the day, and I was like, oh yeah, it's cool. I totally bought into the weird like promo, and then I bought it and I played it for like a week, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, I'm gonna go buy a goldfish. Yeah, it has to be the weirdest game ever made, only because it came with the peripheral.
Right, it was like wasn't it a launch title too?
I don't think it was a launch title, at least not in America. I'm not entirely sure, but
quick Goog.
Yeah, Goog it up.
And no, it was not. Though it was one of its most famous titles.
That makes sense. Wow, what a failed console that was. Good Lord. I love the Dreamcast, but man, when that was one of the most famous titles, I guess it was like infamous more than anything, but
honestly, the problem with the Dreamcast is they shot too far because no one knew how to develop for it.
Yeah,
it was a little beyond what was popular at the time. I
didn't they do that with the Saturn too, though? That was the same problem they had with the Saturn.
Sega was like, they're like, okay, we can't be beat with our consoles by Nintendo again.
Yeah.
There's going to be there's always the back and forth, but the SNES was the better system.
Absolutely. But, Genesis was just such its own thing. So, yeah, they were really trying. They did the whole Frankenstein keep adding attachments to it, trying to keep it alive without just creating a new system. By the time they got around to creating a new system, they made it way too hard to develop for.
It was always funny when you'd go over to the Genesis kid's house, and he's got that monstrous tower.
Oh, yeah, the Tower of Power. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And every single peripheral on it has to have its own gigantic like wall plug.
Oh yeah. You're literally about to blow your entire power grid just to turn that thing on.
Yeah, and then you're just playing like a shitty version of Doom. You know?
Like, but I can play PC games on it. I swear it's cool.
Yeah, here's a version of Doom that actually is worse, but than the Super Nintendo one. They tried though, bro. You got to give them their fucking flowers and like them just like really shooting for the fucking moon on everything. I mean, if any of that shit would have hit, we would have been seeing all kinds of weird 32X style things to this day.
Yeah.
So. But
okay,
they tried.
I have an old man corner question before we get on to the next one.
Yeah, sure.
Where did giving things their flowers spawn from? Because it's been popping up in my zeitgeist all over the place. And I'm like, where did this term come from? Like, I understand it, but who coined it? Where did it start?
I came across the term probably in the last year and a half, primarily in discussions about old hip hop artists finally getting respect.
Oh, okay.
By like new artists, maybe like putting them on or saying like, oh, this person does a huge influence, you know, things like that. So that's what I've heard the term getting their flowers is like showing them like respect posthumously. You know?
Oh, okay.
Maybe not dead, but you know what I mean? I think that's a little bit of what it means.
I
means,
totally get
where I got it from.
But yeah, I had a feeling it was like hip hop related, and that would make sense why I'm just like, what? What does this mean? We don't give things flowers when they die. We just kind of piss on their grave.
I've heard it before used in discussions on like NBA players who weren't like super famous, but were actually really good. And so I've heard it used in different realms.
NBA, anything sports related is usually a little bit hip hop and R&B adjacent.
Yeah, for sure. Are you just trying to say black?
No, Larry Bird needs his flowers.
Larry Bird got all his flowers, bro. He was on like 6 games.
I was just trying to think of a white basketball player. Okay, I don't do sports.
John Mayonnaise Stevenson. That guy. He needs his flowers. Old Mayo Stevenson, man. That guy.
Hank Parker deserves his flowers.
Hank Parker definitely deserves his fucking flowers. God, is he alive? I hope he's alive. Last time I checked, it was like, it always gets worse every time I check. I'm like, hey, I wonder how Hank Parker's doing. It's like, he's double amputee now. Fucking, let's see. Please don't be dead yet, Hank Parker. We're going to do a celebration for you.
He is 73 years old.
13 grandchildren.
Wow.
13. Yeah.
His kids be pumping him out.
Yeah. Well, one of his son's a NASCAR driver. So
okay.
Yeah. There you go. Hank Parker. Still got hankparker.com. Still hasn't answered to my email asking him to sign my thing because he was in a coma from apparently a 4x4 accident. But that's no excuse, Hank Parker. Sign my copy of Bass's Black Bass, goddammit.
I will come to you for it.
I will grab your hand while you're in a coma and make you sign it like I'm some shitty insurance agent. And get you to sign off of not suing us. And I won't tell anybody either. I'll sneak in there like in a really shitty doctor outfit.
Like you're serving him papers?
Like from Spirit. You're like, let me go check in on Mr. Parker here. And they're like, why are you holding a Super Nintendo cartridge? I'm like, it's really on a need-to-know basis. That's my doctor voice, by the way.
Yeah.
We're working on it. I think he's doing all right. I'm going to send him another email. I'm going to leave that tab up, hankparker.com. So this is the most we've talked about Bass's Black Bass in a long time. But Hank Parker, I will get your signature.
It's because I'm back, baby.
Yeah, you bring the Bass Maxim for sure. Okay, what the fuck were we talking about? Oh yeah, okay. Weird games that worked. Okay, Game Time also says my newest obsession, Monster Rancher Hop About, a Super Monkey Ball style game where you navigate difficult platforming with one of 4 Monster Rancher characters on a seemingly uncontrollable pogo stick that never stops pogoing. Wow.
All right, that sounds interesting. I'm vaguely familiar with the Monster Rancher games.
I love the ones on I think it was PlayStation 1 or 2, but because you can just pop in CDs and it just makes a monster.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. I think we played one of those games. on the show. At least for like a Super Garbage Bowl or something.
It might have been with Vanfernal.
No, I don't think it was ever an episode. I think it was just part of some kind of special event. It might have been a 12 minutes of Christmas or something. But yeah, some event I never finished. You know how it is. Firefighter just posted a picture saying, and it's just a picture of evil wizard Mickey Mouse. So I assume like Epic Mickey? I don't know. Maybe he was replying to somebody else's statement. Oh, you made it into the show. That's your answer. Evil wizard Mickey Mouse picture. Yeah, it's a little off, right?
No. That is from the Kingdom Hearts series, and that is a concept that should not have worked and is huge.
Okay, I see now. So actually, it's genius. It's a genius answer.
Yeah, it's.
And I'm an asshole. I'm an idiot. Okay. Well, bravo.
That game series is like Final Fantasy is convoluted, and then they ripped some fat lines and just said, "Let's go."
Yes, they went hard on the fucking premises there on that series. Which I did not like. I'm not a fan of that series, but whatever, a hat for every head, I guess. All right, Mr. Miller, it's your turn to answer. What is one of the weirdest game premises that just works?
Papers, please.
Oh, dude. I haven't thought of that game in a long time.
It is there. It should not be as addictive as it is. I should not clock out of work, go home, turn on my PC and say, well, time to process papers in a communist state. Let's go.
Clocking in to something that you don't even get paid for? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that game freaks me out, man. There's like a new version, or I think something not made by the same people, but something inspired by it. It's like the you're reviewing people who may have been bitten by zombies or not, and then it's all like 3D. I hear it's really fun.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, you have to scan them with like UV things, and you can like check their belongings, and you like take their temperature and all this stuff. And if you think they're infected, you just straight up just put a gun to their forehead and shoot them. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Is it called No, I'm Not a Human?
I had no thing. No, I think it's like one word. Like not quarantine, but something like that. I can't remember, but yeah, I'll figure it out.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's really funny though. It's a humorous game, but like you can accidentally because once they're in, you put them into like a quarantine like area. But if they actually are infected, they just start fucking going nuts and start ripping the other people apart and screaming and shit. And you have to like wipe them all out.
Nice.
Or they can actually they can break through that, and then all of a sudden they're biting all the soldiers, and now the soldiers have guns or are zombies. It's actually a pretty cool premise, but yeah. Don't know the name of it. So good luck, everybody. All right. My answer to this is Vampire Survivors. Because everything about that game, it's one of the least marketable things initially. You look at the graphics, and it looks like those shitty, like, cell phone shovelware, like waste your time and just buy coins or whatever and click the screen. There's initially when it was released there was no vampires in it, so there's no vampires in it. You don't, and the way you describe it to somebody is, oh yeah, you don't even really attack, you just move around and you just don't really do anything. You just move around and collect stuff, and then you win. You get to a point where you don't even have to touch the controller anymore or the keyboard. You just sit there and you win. And yet it is one of the most addictive, amazing, also really inexpensive. It's always been like $4.99. To me, it was Vampire Survivors. That premise. It also another game though, where like the music and just everything about it just fits perfectly. The atmosphere, it's addictive as fuck. And it's also not trying to get you for every dollar with any microtransactions or any of that shit. So, yeah, that's my answer. It shouldn't have worked. And not only did it work, but it worked in droves. So,
yeah, that was a huge COVID game.
Yeah, I remember that. That's when I started playing it.
That's like everyone was playing that.
Because it's so exciting. All you have to do is play it a couple times and then you're in. It kind of seems like the video lottery of Steam games.
I did find this zombie inspection game.
Okay, what's it called?
It is called Quarantine Zone.
That's it. It's Quarantine Zone. That's 100%.
It's by Devolver, which they do amazing games. They also have a bunch of really weird games that shouldn't work.
Well, what other games have they done?
Cult of the Lamb.
Oh yeah, that's huge.
They also did the Hotline Miami.
I love that game. I have that on Switch. I have the collection. Dude, that game is so fucking fun, but it makes me feel so terrible.
Yeah. There's also another one. It's like all like old school pixel art. Like, think if the Atari kept evolving the way it did.
Okay. They
like,
did Enter the Gungeon. I love that game too. Wow.
Yeah, they did Enter the Gungeon. They have a lot of stuff. Ape Out, that's the one I'm thinking of, where you're a vaguely gorilla-looking sprite escaping a testing facility, and you just tear scientists and guards apart.
Well, now I really want to play it. All right, and that's say no more, dude. Now I really, really want to try it.
Yeah, no, they're solid.
Awesome. Well, there you go. Not a sponsor, but Quarantine Zone. The last check. Check it out on whatever the fuck you have.
Check it out.
All right, now it's time to talk about this week's game, and that game is, of course, Max Payne on the PC, Xbox, and PS2. Let's go. Max Payne is a 2001 third-person shooter game developed by Remedy Entertainment, who are like goats. It was originally released for Windows by Gathering of Developers in July 2001, right before the big thing hit. The game centers on former New York Police Department detective Max Payne, who attempts to solve the murder of his family while investigating a mysterious new designer drug called Valkyr. While doing so, Max becomes entangled in a large and complex conspiracy involving a major pharmaceutical company, organized crime, a secret society, and the United States Armed Forces.
No way!
The game features a gritty neo-noir style that uses graphic novel panels with voiceovers as its primary means of storytelling, drawing inspirations from hard-boiled detective novels by authors like Mickey Spillane. I don't know. It contains many allusions to Norse mythology, particularly with the myth of Ragnarok and several names. The gameplay is heavily influenced by the Hong Kong action cinema genre, particularly the work of John Woo, and it was the first game to feature bullet time effective. And it was the first game to feature the bullet time effect that was popularized by the movie The Matrix that came out in 1999. Goddamn. Goddamn.
I love listening to you devolve.
I know. Yeah. This is a tasty burger. All right, let's move on to first impressions. Okay, so I actually remember I bought this game when it first came out, when I was really hyped on it because, as you know, everybody loved The Matrix, and and I remember, oh, bro, this game looks like this is actually one of the games I think kind of put Rockstar on the map.
For sure,
right? Like them and definitely Remedy, but
they already had the top down GTAs, and those were fine. They were fun, but they didn't become the household name that they are today because of their old GTAs.
Right. It was part 3. That was the big paradigm shift. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I remember buying this game, owning it, and like absolutely being obsessed with it. When I first played it, I thought like, oh my God, this is so cool and gritty. And at the time I was a little bit obsessed with not just, The Matrix, but like I was kind of dipping my toes into John Woo films because I always loved like martial art films from the 70s and 80s. And then of course I was all about Tarantino just came out and he started pumping out stuff. So like I was at a good prime age right there to really absorb something like Max Payne, which and my first time playing it, I was like, oh my God, dude, there's nothing like this. It really felt like an entirely new level of gaming at the time. And yeah, I just had to get the story of my first impressions back then. My first impression now, it's it's aged. It's pretty old. It still has its flair and its style. It's got the really bizarre looking, where they just took the photo and just wrapped it around the texture, or I think it's like texture mapping, but it still kind of works.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's just me getting older, but I'm like, this could work if this came out like this these days. I can see it still being, because it's so stylized and it has such incredible voice acting and sound design that I could still see it working. And so that was my first impression, was like, oh yeah, obviously it's not flooring me like it did the first time I played it, but it's all right. It's working. I'm not like, oh God, this is fucking terrible. Like playing some, N64 game that I used to obsess over, or like Twisted Metal 1. I tried to go back to that and I was like, good God, I can't do this. Fucking Jesus Christ. But
Twisted Metal 1 is so ugly to look at now.
It's so rough. It's so rough. And it was so cool when it came out. Now I'm like, good. It's like a salad bar of just fucking broken pixels and jittery textures. Anyways, so that's my first impression of Twisted Metal 1. What do you think of Max Payne?
That's your first impression of Twisted Metal 1. First impressions, I'm in the same boat. I never owned this game, but I had a buddy who had it on PC, and so we'd play it like when we're waiting for like other people to be able to go terrorize the town on our skateboards. And it was one of those like, oh, I get to be in the Matrix kind of experiences. Like everyone was obsessed with that movie. And at the time the graphics were amazing. Although this is like was this just before or right when Jackass started?
This was right around the time that Jackass was in its prime.
Yeah, it came out in 2000. So yeah, we always laughed where it's just Johnny Knoxville. Stop and cry.
It does look like Johnny Knoxville. It looks exactly like him. That's funny.
And like, because it's so funny, like just looking at like how he dresses too. It's like, I know they're going for like edgy cop, but I'm like, no edgy cop wears leopard print vest. That's a Johnny Knoxville.
Hey brother, it's 2001. Come on.
That is an asshole.
He's a detective, might be,
and he knows he's an asshole.
I'm gonna start wearing that, just leopard print vest.
Where he's like, I got my black duster and my leopard print on. I'm ready to party.
He does look like Johnny Knoxville. Holy shit!
I was like,
I never thought that.
I'm surprised you didn't put that together until now.
I wonder if there's like a mod, because I know this game has shitloads of mods. If there's just like a Jackass mod which just plays the music anytime you get in a fight.
I'm Johnny Knoxville, and we're about to kill so many people.
It just anytime you get into a gunfight, he says that, and then it just plays a barrel down.
Yeah.
That'd be dope. But yeah, that's so fucking funny, dude. All right, well, let's talk about gameplay since we've touched on it.
Yeah.
If you don't know, this is a pretty famous game, but if not, it's an action shooter, third person, very heavily story driven, very adult themes. And you are a detective who pretty much like loses his family to druggies, and he goes on pretty much just turns into the Punisher, except for, not cops till I guess later on. But Yeah, and you go through the levels. They're all done in chapters. So there's 3 chapters with a bunch of different acts, or there's 3 acts and a bunch of chapters. Actually, I'm sorry, I had that backwards. And it's telling the story, but the primary focus of the game, it's very linear. You start at a level, you go through, you shoot the shit out of people in a very stylized manner. You have a huge arsenal of weapons ranging from just, Berettas all the way up to shotguns, to sniper rifles, to grenades, Molotovs. I like those Uzis. Those are my favorite. I can't think of the name of them. They're Ingrams. Yeah, the Ingrams. Yeah. The Ingrams are fun. And, even without its biggest gimmick, it would actually probably be a solid shooter. Just, it would be still a great game.
Mm-hmm.
But its biggest draw was bullet time, which is you have the ability to slow down time and shoot a la The Matrix. But you also can dive certain directions in a very cinematic action, movie style. And they really did a great job with it. I mean, this game is what made bullet time famous. It set, a precedent for this being used in every game, probably to this day. Fallout, right? And I know, and I'm talking about the 3D Fallouts, but there's so much in this game that is really where it began, and bullet time is definitely it.
Yeah, because it would even without using the bullet time, it would pull you into bullet time events when you killed somebody. Or like if it's like the last guy in the room, it'd be like the last bullet you shoot just like magically finds its way to the dude's head or something.
Right. And also what's interesting is all of the bullets in the game are actually their own what's the word I'm looking for? They're their own
sprites.
Well, they're actually they're objects in the world.
Yeah.
So that's what actually adds to its realism and making it feel like it's great. It feels great when you're just blasting and you're actually seeing every individual bullet come out of the gun, aiming exactly the way you want. And even if it hits things in the background, it causes damage on the wall, like realistic bullet holes. And the physics in the game, even though there's a lot of shitty physics in this game, okay? A lot of shitty physics. The bullets and the bullet time physics are fantastic. So, and it's really what the big draw of the game is.
The fact that like chunks of things will hurt people.
Yeah, it'll cause damage.
Like if you blow up a wall, the bits of the wall will take guys out. And like, shooting up a desk, you could not hit the dude and he'd just die because of how much wood is in him.
Yeah.
Which is really impressive for a game at its time. Also was probably one of the biggest bars of entry for early adopters because you needed a beast of a machine to play this game back then.
Yeah, it was very, and it was funny is too, it came out on the Xbox and the PS2, but those versions are definitely more downscaled.
And they came out much later too.
Yeah, because this game was, it was the game to show people when you bought your new rig. Right, that for the time period.
It was definitely one of those. I was like, "Hey, check out this awesome game. This is why PC is cool."
And what's cool is this game really, its elevator pitch is, be in an action gun movie, and it absolutely does that. Every time you go into a fight, you kick the door in, or you hear them talking, or whatever, you initiate the fight. And you just kind of decide how you want to go about it. You got to take them out. You want to dive in straight. You want to just run in and not bullet time and just try to just empty the clips in the room, just spraying them around randomly. Do you want to go and try to hit them one by one and take cover behind things, or dive under tables, over tables, to the side? For the time period, no other game felt like this. This was incredible.
There's one mission late, like I want to say it's like just after the middle of the second act or something. Anyways, you actually get taken captive.
Oh, with the Valkyrie when you get drugged?
Yeah, and you wait when you do finally finish the garbage Valkyrie sequences, which I will have more to say about those later.
Agreed.
The only thing you have is a baseball bat. And you have to completely change how you play the game because you're so gun reliant in this game Melee is an option, but it's not a good one.
You know what? I know what you're talking about. It's not the Valkyrie part because that happens later on. It's when you get captured. I mean, you get. I think it's not the drug part. It's just like you're getting beat up by the baseball guy.
It's after the first hallucination sequence, though. Yes.
Yeah, where you're tied up in the chair and they start doing. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I know what you mean. God, that fucking dream sequence. Anyways, continue.
But yeah, then you get the baseball bat and you got to come around and there's just hallways full of dudes, and you have to slowly kill them until you get enough firepower to take on the like agents, because there's those suited guys that always have Ingrams or really powerful shotguns or something.
Yeah.
And they just rip you apart. So it's like you really gotta play smart. Whereas before then, you could pretty much just run and gun and be okay.
That's true. The first act of the game almost feels too easy. And also a little boring. Once you get past the first gimmick of the shooting and everything, and then you're like, oh no, is it really just going to be like this rest of the game? But no, the game does spice it up a little bit more, and it incorporates some platforming, and then some, increases the weapons and, the enemy types and everything. But there's definitely a moment in the game when you're like, oh, now this shit is impossibly hard. Like, what the fuck happened here? And it happens a couple times.
Because you ended up playing it on the
PS2.
You played it on the PS2 version, which is regarded as the worst port. I played it on the PC version. I actually managed to get mine to run without modding it, so I had the base experience, which I kind of liked because there is a mechanic in this as well that was also pretty revolutionary. It was like the first introduction of true difficulty scaling. So even though it forces you to choose the easiest difficulty, if you're just ripping through guys, it's going to bump you up to the higher difficulties. The only issue is because this was like the first time it's really been done, you could get hard locked into those harder difficulties. And when, you're just dying over and over again, and it won't bump you back down.
I'm surprised they even offered the different difficulty levels. You only start at the lowest one. They allow you to start like fugitive.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, if that was the case, then they should just had 0 difficulty and had that as like a big selling factor, being like the game. But obviously it doesn't, it doesn't rubber back down to you sucking. It just stays at that level the rest of the fucking game.
This was before like the Souls likes really took off, and even nowadays that's like a big deterrent for a lot of people who aren't into that, where it's just like, no, this game is hard. And so I understand why they would have difficulty selectors, because if you're questioning your gaming abilities, you might never pick this up if it's just all like, this is a hard, gonna test your metal shooter.
No, you're right. That wouldn't have worked in their favor marketing wise.
Although there's tons of games that say they're hard test your metal shooters, and I'm like, this is baby stuff. You like little baby men.
You like vodka? Because we're Russians now.
I only drink my vodka poured out of raw turnips.
And potatoes. I smoke my bowl with, oh God. It's turning into Indian every time. I start Russian and then it's like, hello, my friend. I just never.
You're like, dos vidania, and then you're like, bing, 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 bing.
You want the vodka? Good day, mate. But yeah, the game, it's, one of the problems with the game too is that the physics are pretty fucking wacky in some instances, and the platforming is just complete garbage, and they really they emphasize it in some certain levels that even makes it way worse. But
I have a big beef with shoehorning platforming into genres it doesn't belong in.
This game is famously known for that, with the stupid fucking dream sequence with running on the bloody veins. Oh.
This is I'm just gonna jump into it. This is why I'm docking this game so many points. Before we even get to the review, I could not finish it because of the second dream sequence.
Oh, after the Valkyrie, you get poisoned, and then
when you get where the phone keeps ringing and you're running through, and it's just like you're in a video game, Max.
Yeah, and it starts breaking the fourth wall, and it's like you're reading a comic panel, and you're like you're holding a phone to your head, but it's actually your gun, and
and then it turns into your gun. Yeah, well, you continue running, and you hear your kid and your wife screaming in the background, and there is those stupid either blood trails or brain synapses, whatever they're supposed to be.
I thought they were veins. They felt like veins to me. I don't know.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I definitely was looking at it. And I was like, that could be a neuron, because they end in those
clusters,
spider webby clusters. Yeah, but anyways, I had a game breaking bug in mine where it was basically little walls over my feet that prevented me from gaining any altitude when I jumped.
Oh, wow.
And so I just could not make the jumps across those little pads. It's like I knew where I needed to go. I had found the end because it only happens sometimes.
Right.
But if it does, then you just die. And the only way I could even get as far as I did was to just constantly jump. But then, because it's so floaty, it's so hard to land perfectly back on one of those little tiny platforms. And then even then you have a chance of slipping underneath that stupid invisible wall where it's like, I just needed a console command to like unstuck me or something. But I got so frustrated that I'm like, okay, if I was just playing this for the first time and having, lesser gaming skills, I would have thrown this disc away.
Yeah, that part's fucking hard even without the game breaking glitch in it. Because I got to that part too, and I was, but I think they corrected it on the PS2 one, but it's still incredibly janky, and it's just a stupid sequence, and nobody likes it.
Yeah,
just the idea of it.
I was wondering if maybe going through and doing the patch, but we were getting so close to review time anyways, and it was so far in the game that I'm just like, I have enough to go off of. I'm not doing this, but you're definitely getting some big knocks because that's just unacceptable.
Well, also this game is practically unplayable on the PC if you buy it right now. Like I purchased it on Steam and it was locking up in the second stage. I even applied I went through the community and found like these patches and mods, and it's still the same. It even made it fucking worse. Now all of a sudden I had an exclamation point above my head the entire time I'm playing, and it's still locked up at the second level.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck this shit. I went to my retro game store and I'm like, you have Max Payne. They said, no. I said, eat my ass. No. I said, okay, thank you. I'll talk to you guys later. And I just decided to hit the high seas and got the PS2 version of it. And it worked, but it's, oh my God. It's like, it's different because I played enough of the PC one initially, or at least to the end of the second level where it locked up every time, to see that I was like, wow, these levels are designed differently between these games. Like there are so many more like loading scenes in the PS2 version where they just like break the large level up into smaller little areas.
Yeah.
And I can tell they weren't able to actually put the whole game on the system the way it was on its PC counterpart.
They had to cut out a lot of material too.
Yeah.
Like there aren't as many enemies. The levels aren't it is much more on rails because there are in the PC version. It's a little more open to like figuring out your own way to go through it.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen of the console versions, they had to really chop it down.
Yeah, and one of my complaints was I was like, why? There's just all the enemies are like the same enemy. Like they only have 3 enemy types per level.
Oh yeah, and you don't get as many of the voices either.
No, it's always the same. Like it's Payne. I'm like, well, get him. It's
yeah. It's like they hired one dude. It's just like, all right, now sound like you're a big fat guy
from Brooklyn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's the worst hoagie I ever had.
Yeah, it's like now you're a mousy guy from the Bronx.
No. We're gonna get him now. Okay, I'm getting worse and worse. Go get the guy. No. Yeah, it's and I noticed that it's a much worse version. Obviously, it's the everything's there that you need in order to get the Max Payne experience, but you're definitely getting the shittier version of the Max Payne experience playing the PS2.
But
yeah,
I mean that's a perfect segue into graphics and audio.
Yeah, which is probably one of the best parts of the game is the fact that it's such a gritty film noir, heavy adult theme like experience that it like it's wearing its comic book and its action movie influences on both sleeves, but it's doing it well and creating its own atmosphere. Like the sound design's great. The voice actor is fantastic. He actually also voiced Alex Wake, and he was also the voiced the brother in Control. So he was like,
oh, okay.
He was a part of all the Remedy games. Unfortunately, he passed away of cancer 2 years ago, though. So
yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, it's a big bummer because he was just, everybody knew his Max Payne voice, right? What's funny though is that the guy who played as Max Payne, Johnny Knoxville, he was like the head developer, and they just used him because they didn't have the biggest budget to like hire actors or anything. So they used him, and then his mom came in, and she's the main villain. So it's like there's scenes where he's like pointing a gun, and his mom, they're just pointing a gun at each other, but it's like actually his mom.
Yeah, yeah.
But iconic voice. You know?
It's really good. He has that grizzled cop, but still like charming.
Yeah.
It's like if I was to recast the movie, which I would like to talk about.
Oh God.
If we couldn't get Johnny Knoxville to do it, like a prime Bruce Willis would have been a great choice.
Yeah, he would have been a great. Almost said Johnny Knoxville. He would have been a great Max Payne.
Yeah,
not fucking Mark Wahlberg. What? Why?
Oh well,
there was a whole run of movies back then. I just couldn't understand what the fuck they were doing, like Blood Rain.
We will talk about that film.
Yeah, my goodness. Also, like way too late. Like why nobody cares?
Yeah. Well, they are rebooting it, but this wasn't even like the reboot wasn't or remaster wasn't even on the books yet.
Which I'm extremely excited about because I love to see this game in a new system and like
engine and yeah, just polish it up a bit.
Yeah, and I mean it's already there, so they don't need to do much other than just make it more obviously less janky and get rid of those fucking stupid veiny brain levels. But
yeah, they or like get rid of the platforming and make it more puzzle based or something like.
Well, if you look at Control is a very Max Payne-ish. Like it almost feels like a spiritual successor.
But you can fly in Control.
That's true.
So like you can just get rid of all the bullshit because you could fly.
Fair point. But yeah, I think that its atmosphere, it's graphically, obviously it's a product of its time, but they did a great job. It looks grimy. It looks like, late 90s, early 2000s New York. It's got great sound design, all the bullets, everything. Even like the slowing down in bullet time is an iconic noise. There's so many things in this game that are really, really iconic, for lack of a better word.
The gun sounds are top tier.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Like every gun sounds different and sounds like it should, if not exactly, because I'm sure there's gun nuts out there that'll be like, actually, but it's like, this one obviously fires a higher caliber than this one. And like the shotguns don't all sound the same because they have different barrel lengths, and it's they did a really good job with that.
Yeah, and then the other enemies' voices that are all just Brooklyn guys, like wise guys.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do the voice
It
again.
It is really funny to just be like, "Hey, Tony, you still seeing that hot dame?" It's like, "Quiet, guys. We got to look out for Payne. Payne ain't coming over here, man." "I don't know, boss. I heard that Payne was seen in the floor. But what was that sound? Oh my God, it's Payne!"
Or just like all the bosses are just the most stereotypical mafioso Italian guys ever. Just Johnny Petronelli and Jimmy Cannoli,
Luigi Two Toes.
It's like, "Payne, what you doing here, man?" I can't do the voice. I'm sorry. I'm struggling, man. I'm gonna fall back into IT Indian. But yeah,
we're sorry we're not able to connect you to your drug dealer at this time.
It is Payne.
He is currently occupied fighting Max Payne.
It's Payne, my friends. It's Payne. I don't know if this is racist, but I don't know. Okay, so it's it's great. Its atmosphere, its sound design is fucking phenomenal. I don't really have a lot of knocks against it, except for it hasn't aged really well with the comic book parts, because now it just looks like a filter was applied over some, but at the time it was way fucking cool. But now it looks kind of cheesy, and I'm like, why didn't they just draw it? But I guess they didn't have the budget for that. And I can't also harp enough how much I fucking hate the design of the Valkyrie and like the Bad Nightmare Dream sequences. They're pointless, and those areas are ugly. And the fucking sound effect of the baby crying, it might be worse than Super Mario World 2. I don't know, they're neck and neck.
I will say it is not worse because it's only like 2 or 3 sections, whereas it's the entire goddamn game in Super Mario.
That's true. Yoshi's Island, yeah.
In Yoshi's Island.
Fair enough. Okay, it still takes first place of most annoying baby noise. But I get it. It was their first thing. They were going hard in the paint. And they nailed it with the atmosphere, the story, the narrative, the everything. I mean, and this game has a lot of fucking crazy shit in it. I mean, there's like underage girl prostitution rings, obviously heavy drug abuse. There's implications of sexual assault. There's like trafficking. And in it, like, as we said earlier in the description, the government is, I mean, the story is actually pretty fucking nuts.
It's handled in a very tasteful way. It's more blood in the gutters and less in your face about it. Like you don't ever actually see any of the most horrible shit they're talking about.
Right, it's implied and it's not heavy-handed.
Yeah, which I appreciate. It's that's good writing.
Absolutely. And that's what this game's strong point is. It's actually great writing. And some of the shit, there's a quote in there, I was like, that's just so fucking cool. I like that quote. What do you say?
Man, I wish
I passed a line of decency so far back that I don't even remember what it looked like when I don't know. I just fucking butchered that line completely. It was, my friend, I passed now. We have so many mods.
Get yourself in trouble.
We need so many mods. We need the Jackass mod. We need the IT Tech mod. We didn't even talk about the fucking mods. This game had one of the funnest mods I've ever played in my life back in the day. It was called the Kung Fu mod. And what it did, and it sucks because I really wanted to play it. The whole reason I bought the game on Steam was like, I'm going to install the Kung Fu mod and like relive this glory again. But what it did, it added like really theatrical jumping. You can run across walls and shoot in bullet time. You can do straight back flips while shooting, forward flips. But the coolest thing it added was it replaced the bat with like a bow staff. And you could do all this spinning, crazy Taekwondo shit. And I couldn't play it because the fucking game doesn't work.
It was like that Enter the Matrix game, only good.
Correct. And still holds up, but it's like impossible to play. You just got to roll the dice, and hopefully the game will play. And because I tried the pirated version and I bought the version, the actual Steam version, and neither one fucking worked. So I had to play the PS2 one, which now in retrospect I should have played the Xbox one. But
okay, I got the quote that I think you were thinking of. Life is a broken mirror, and every time you pick up the pieces, it and try and put it back together, you cut yourself. It reshapes your image until you can't recognize yourself or you know exactly who you are.
No. That was pretty good.
No? That's a good one.
Said collecting evidence has gotten old a few hundred bullets back. I was already so far past the point of no return, I couldn't even remember what it looked like when I passed it.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. By the way, I played all 3 of these games. I wasn't the biggest fan of part 2, and I fucking adore the third one. I don't know if you played the third one, but
I haven't. I need to. It does one of my favorite tropes though, where it's just like shave his head and give him a beard, make him an old man,
and a Bahama Mama shirt, or where the fuck, Tommy Bahama?
Yeah. Well, it fits more because he's like supposed to be in Cuba or something in that one, isn't he?
Yeah, it's actually Brazil, and
Brazil.
That's my favorite version of Max Payne in the series because he is like way past fucking giving a shit. It's kind of like John Rambo, like it reminds me of just the older version, but it's like even more deadly and less giving a fucks. That game is fantastic, especially because it's so upgraded across the board, even with the physics and everything. But my God, it is so hard. You think this game's hard? Bro, part 3 is ridiculous. Anyways, yeah, so there's graphics and audio, there's gameplay, there's first impressions on Max Payne. I think it is time for us to give our verdict. It's a time to give it the verdict.
What are you doing, Tony?
Antonia, por qué? You know?
Why are you holding up with the reviews here? Come on.
Hey, give me the goddamn cannoli, Frank. Ah. All right, Max Payne.
I can just keep going with this forever.
No, we have to fucking stop. Otherwise, it'll be 30 minutes of this. People are like, what the fuck are we listening to? Max Payne has his place in video game history. And surprisingly, the first entry is still entertaining. I say surprisingly because it is a very old game and it is very dated. But I still found some entertainment in it, if not for some extremely frustrating and really terrible glitchy issues I also experienced. I didn't have a game-breaking one like Mr. Miller did, but I did struggle with certain areas where I'm like, come the fuck on. Like, this is just bad design right here. I don't want to jump over this dumb shit. Anyways, I feel like if you've never experienced any game in this franchise, I would start with 1. If you're able to play it, I guess go for the Xbox version, since the PC one is a roll of the dice and the PS2 version is the worst. If you have played any of these games, just go play the third one. The third one is dope. But with all that said, I give Max Payne 77 out of 100. Solid C. Mr. Miller.
I was thoroughly prepared to give this game an A. I was loving every moment of it. It was right up my alley. I love the feel. I love the voice acting. The music is good. It is, and the gunplay is so solid. It's a really entertaining game until you hit those moments. And, I don't know about angels, but it's really fear that gives men wings. But those wings will take you to hell, just like those game-breaking bugs. And for that, I gotta take off at least like 25 points. We're sending it to C territory.
Oh wow!
I'm gonna give it like a 73, maybe even just a 70.
Wow. Okay.
Because I couldn't finish the game. It's like being handed an essay and a third of it's just not there.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I give it a 77, and I didn't have that problem, but I also played the fucking worst version.
I'm being generous because I should have just failed it.
Yeah.
It's just the first part. I was looking forward to playing it every time I powered it up. I was just like, yeah, this is my fun time now.
I did too. I had that same effect. I was actually looking forward to playing it after work and stuff. It's been a while.
Mhm.
I'm like, yeah, I'm going to play some more Max Payne tonight, like continue the second act. And I was like, yeah, that's going to be nice. And then it got really fucking crazy hard and started just having incredibly bad like physics issues. And I was like, wow. I was unemployed Mr. Miller noise.
I would chalk that up purely just aversion.
Yeah.
Like I cannot wait for the remaster.
Dude, yeah. In the meantime, play part 3. Part 3 is fucking great. So
I'll probably just do a synopsis of part 2.
Okay.
Because I hear part 2 has the same issues as part 1 as far as PC playability goes.
Yeah, part 3 is completely. It was released on the 360, so it's like
much more modern game.
Much more modern. Yeah, with all the quality of life adjustments, and just a dope ass game because it's all in Brazil, so it's really cool. Well,
that'll be fun.
With both of our scores combined, Max Payne gets 150 out of 200, which pretty much puts it at a C, solid C. It is time to spill the wheel. Now, oh my God.
Oh, don't you escape me just yet.
Oh, we gotta talk about the movie. Oh,
we gotta talk about that Marky Mark joint.
Okay, well, let's talk about the movie.
So I did rewatch it.
Really?
Yeah, I was giving myself the full Max Payne experience.
Apparently.
And it's awful. This is one of those, like, did they just get the Cliff Notes and say, yeah, we could do it better? Like, have you seen it?
I've seen scenes of it. I have not watched it. No.
It is so not Max Payne, it hurts.
Yeah, I hear it was a complete departure from its core, like, material.
Yeah, he spends way too much time pushing papers in an office. It's just it's Marky Mark just wanting to be a cop, and there's almost no bullet time. They shoe in this weird like supernatural element with the Valkyr, where I guess they were trying to spice it up, and I think it came out around the time as Constantine. So they added like these weird, like demonic Valkyrie angel things that would like chase people who use the drug. It was also like developed to be like a super serum. So some people like got like super strong and couldn't feel pain, which is also the dumbest super serum you can think of, where it's just like, okay, well, bullets still stop you. It's even in one of the major fight scenes where one of the big bads is kicking Max Payne's ass, and then he just shoots him once and he dies, and it's like, yeah, duh, he's not invincible. He just doesn't know when to stop. And then he does a bunch of the drugs, and of course he's one of the people that it works on, and he like flies out a window and gets caught by it. It's just so stupid. It's so stupid. I just wanted to rant about it for a little bit.
So they pretty much did what they did to fucking Resident Evil, right?
Yeah, no, it's just like, fuck you, shitty Hollywood. Fuck you, Marky Mark. Like, it's awful.
Oh, by the way, Constantine's fucking great. I need to rewatch that.
Constantine is a great movie, and I can't wait for number 2.
Yeah, that's gonna be great. Well, there you go, everybody. There's a review of Max Payne from Marky Mark's perspective. Surprisingly gets an F. So I know.
Yeah, just don't watch it.
Don't watch it.
Just save yourself 2 hours. It's also way too long.
2 hours?
I think it's I want to say it's more than 2 hours.
That's fucking absurd. Why is it 2 hours long? This could have been an email.
Because
Marky.
It's because he had to spend so much time doing cop shit.
Oh boy. Okay, well,
and that's the other thing. It's like, you never in the game, he never goes to the precinct. He's on the run. Like, you should never be in an office.
It's true.
It doesn't make any sense. And where's the bullet time?
How do they not have enough bullet? 2 hours and it barely has bullet time in it? Give me a fucking break.
I think there is one scene that I can like remember, and it's so fast that it's just like, what was the point of that?
Oh wow. So yeah, he's just like, whatever IP is cheap right now where I can be a cop. Let's just do that.
Yeah, it's bad.
Sucks balls. Well, there you go, everybody. Don't see the Max Payne movie. Play the Max Payne 1 if you want to. It's okay. Play Max Payne 3. So now we're just reviewing Max Payne 3, pretty much. All right, let's spin the goddamn wheel.
Yeah.
I don't know what this game is. But we're playing a game on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
Oh, it's a Super Nintendo game and you don't know what it is. That's interesting.
I know. It is. I've never played this game before. I didn't even know it existed. It is a 2D platformer released only in North America, so there's no Japanese release.
Bizarre.
I don't know what else I can explain if you're going to guess what this is at all, but
well, you just described 80% of the library, so
true. Well, the game is it's called Skulljagger, Revolt of the Westikins.
Skulljagger, Revolt of the Westikins?
Yes. Skulga. Sorry, Jagger.
What the hell?
I know. I don't know anything about this. So, there it is. There's the next game.
Oh, it's like a weird pirate game?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Skulljagger. You know, the cover, it looks like one of the smokers from Waterworld.
It really does.
Looks just like him.
It actually looks like, the main villain.
Yeah. That movie ain't bad, by the way. It needs its flowers. Give Waterworld its flowers. Everybody.
That movie does get dunked on way more than it deserved.
Yeah, it's great. It's also, I forgot Jack Black was in it. So I was like, oh shit, he's in this. Yeah, right on. All right. I want to thank the patrons. Thank you guys. Appreciate your donations. It all goes to the Green Hill Humane Society. It's not needed. No, not going to hurt my feelings if you want to stop putting money in the Patreon, but you know, it goes directly to the dogs and cats of the Green Hill Humane Society. Join the Discord. It's free. Small community of like-minded people like Nogs56, Payne, and you can add your own retro question of the week and join us in discussions, talking about games, saying hi to everybody. And Mr. Miller, any parting words?
If you got a beard or you know somebody who has a beard and you think they could use some help or just want to give them a nice gift, go check out thebeardstruggle.com. You can use my discount code Mr. Miller 21. Get yourself a 20% discount on everything that you purchase, and helps me out a little bit.
That's awesome. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, go check out. I'll have it in the show notes, so it'll be the first link down there. So you don't have to write it down. Just click that link and it'll send you directly with his coupon code. All right, everybody. Never, always, and don't judge a book by its grammar. Have a super garbage day and cut to B. I'll see you next week for Jagging Skulls.
Goodbye.
Thank you for watching with my dad. I just want to say, everybody, guys, bye.